Today, we are getting the rear window tinted in my Volkswagen Transporter T4. As it sits, I think it looks really good. I absolutely love it. But with the rear window tinted, right? Once that's tinted, we have plans for here. We have plans for the front. But today, we're taking a little trip down to Larne. I'm currently in Newton, so it's about half an hour, 30 minutes drive in the big girl. We're going down to a place called Get Wrapped. I found these guys on TikTok and I have seen some of their work. And to be totally fair, I just love the name. Get Her Wrapped. Sounds class and it's so Belfast as well. But first, we're going to stop and get our caffeine fix because who doesn't need their caffeine in the morning time? Coffee acquired. If you guys are like me at all, I've already had 3 coffees this morning. Well, this is number 3. I just love loads of coffees in the morning. It just makes your morning so much nicer. And for me, barista is quality. What coffee are you going for in the morning? Because I think if I didn't have any coffees in the morning, you just think you can't operate. But we're on the road and we're making our way to Get Her Wrapped in Larne. You hear that? So that's one thing I want to talk about as well today, was that noise that you heard. And you'll have to bear with me because I am driving a 1997 T4 today. It is rattly, it is raised up, and it has got the big all-terrain tires on it, and it just makes everything so much more noisier. However, for me, it gives character. People look at it, and I love it. Do you know what I mean? It's just so different from the mundane. I have a 97 Transporter raised up on all-terrain tires, and it's wrapped, they're painted. Now, whenever I went to buy this van, it was off the road. There was no MOT on it, and I hadn't turned the wheel in months and months. The previous owner had given up on it, and it had actually changed hands back to his friend who sold it to him in the first place. Now, I went back to the original guy. That's who I bought it off. And because he had a bit of an emotional attachment to it, he couldn't scrap it, but he also didn't have the time or the love anymore to fix it up. As well, he had another project going on. It was one of the newer Transporters. He had a T5 or a T5.1. I'm not too clued up on them ones. So I went over to look at it, and it was sitting under a tree, covered in leaves, and it hadn't been started. I actually didn't think it was going to start, but these things are bulletproof, absolutely bulletproof. This one in particular is the 2.4, which you've probably seen in my last video of the service. I recorded that in portrait mode, by the way, so I uploaded it as a short on my YouTube channel. Disaster. But it's bulletproof. It starts every morning on the button, no hesitation, and like a clock. It's unbelievable. So back to the rubbing noise. A couple of weeks ago I got those all-terrain tires on. Now, they have absolutely zero business being on this van. However, the majority of them, 3 out of 4, are really good. Really good. No rubbing, no funny noises. It feels good on the road. But the front left one, the passenger front, on any slight turn to the left-hand side, it does this god-awful noise. It's rubbing like crazy. From the inside, you would think the bumper's going to come off. From the outside, I actually can't hear it. I don't think anybody else really outside can with surrounding noise anyway. So it doesn't bother anybody who's outside, but it really bothers the heck out of me because when you turn left, it is stupid. And my plans today for this video, fly down to Larne, which I'm doing now, get the rear window wrapped. I don't know how long it takes, it's only one window, and these guys are professionals, so they'll bang it out in no time. I then plan to go home, make my way home, and stop in one of the major tire dealerships, probably Quick Fit or something like that, to see if I can get the tracking done on this. I think the tracking's out because it is rubbing on one side and not the other, and my steering wheel is sitting a little bit off, which is a major red flag if your tracking's out. So I'm going to do that. Then I have something to show you. I want to introduce my next full proper project. It's something that I'm trying to save. They're a bit of a diesel cult classic. It is a PD. It has to be a PD. If it's a diesel, it's got to be a PD, and of course, it has to be a PD130. So you're going to see that later on. and I'm going to introduce it, and we'll do a walk around, and we'll talk a bit about it in depth and see what it needs and what the plans are for it. Arrived. So down the line, I'll get it wrapped. Gonna go in now, see Paul here, and decide what tint colour we're gonna go for. So excited about this, guys. Here he comes. The dog. Oh, come on you. Oh, good boy. Oh, mum. Don't want you getting scrubbed, mate. Here we go, lads. Step one, have to make sure the surface on the window is absolutely immaculate, or else the tint doesn't take. Isn't that right, Paul?
Yep. Yep.
Getting the outside of the window done now, guys. Both sides have to be absolutely immaculate. It just helps with applying it on, Paul. Is that right?
Yeah. A clean surface just helps so you don't get any contaminants in underneath the tint after you apply it.
Yeah.
Just a clean surface is always better.
Essential, I guess,
Yes.
isn't it? Makes your job easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, makes it look nicer.
Oh, easy as that. So that was the template cut out, and now it's being shrunk onto the window. So there will be a secondary cut of this, but this is being shrunk into proper size. Look at the difference already, guys. Do you know what I mean? Subtle differences like that totally transform a vehicle. But that's a skill in itself. If I was to try and do that, there'd be bubbles and lanes everywhere. Leave that to the professionals. So on the next bit,
we're going to want to just cut sides and outside of this here, all the way around.
Yeah.
So.
Is that like a guide then?
And then apply on the inside. Yeah, yeah. Just so I can see that it's just. So. So.
Tell you what, that takes a delicate hand, mate, that.
Well, I'm getting better.
And that just helps you get the edges in.
Yeah, yeah. Just
right.
It's just so I know where I am at.
Unreal. So now, Paul, what we're doing, just soaking the inside of the window.
The inside of the window, getting everything installed. So I'm going to release the liner off this part.
Okay. Install it onto the boot. Happy days. That's really handy, that though, isn't it? Gives you like a platform to work off.
Yeah, pinboard's essential.
You know, there's actually so much to this that your regular Joe doesn't understand.
It's just sticking a bit of oil in the inside of the window, but there's a lot more to it.
And then as well, that last bit you done, you know, when you put it on the outside too, I didn't even realise it was coming off and get on the inside, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You wouldn't be the first one who would ask me, is that going on the inside?
Oh, mate. And there's a workshop helper. What do you call him, Paul?
Patch.
That's Patch. All right, mate.
The shop mascot.
The shop mascot, the boss.
Alright.
Here we are. Now, for me, this looks like there's no way I was ever attempting this on my own. No chance. That's why about 10 goes it would take me to get that. Like, see, even looking at that, see if I was to have a crack at that Paul and try and get it down bubbles. And look at that, guys. Pretty much perfect. Look at that. Pretty much perfect. That comes down to doing it, doesn't it, mate?
Yes.
There we are, guys. Look at that. Getting the bubbles out. I mean, there's a proper technique. This it's so easy, so simple to crease it, rip it, leave bubbles in it. Paul, is that right?
Yeah. Just leave water behind you. Crease it. It's a big one. If you don't have it set flat enough, creasing it.
I mean, you're making it look easy, to be fair, but I mean,
yeah, repetition.
That's it. All right, mate. We're going to show all the guys the reveal. Yeah, we're ready? Yes, we're going to show them. Good man. There we are, guys. Look at that. Some difference. It's mad high. A wee difference like that. One window totally transforms the rear of the van. Now it just looks a lot more mean and clean. What do you think, guys? I'm really, really happy with it. Really happy with it. There's still a visibility. And I didn't want to go super dark with that limo tint. I wanted it dark enough where it looks tinted, obviously, but not totally opaque. I think opaque would have totally took the look away from the van, but I think this just suits it absolutely perfectly. Continuing on from the last video, I was meant to get this filmed during the day. I actually did, and my mic turned off, so all my footage is silent. So you can't hear me talking. I've done a full in-depth video on the new project, which is this FR Beta. It's 2004, early 2005. It is absolutely a fantastic motor, and that's going to be the new project. If you're interested in watching me tackle my first project car, which does need a lot of work, hit that subscribe button because this is going to be a big project, especially for me as I have zero experience and the first job up on it is the steering rack. Follow along to find out how I get on, guys.